hide that one. Hey, there I am. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the live How to Lose Weight and Keep It Off for Good. I really hope I give you lots and lots of tips that you can implement into your life straight away. Obviously, not all at the same time. So, I'm going to be talking all about your frustrations with losing weight. Maybe if you find yourself stuck on a yo-yo cycle, or maybe you're a bit more of an all or nothing person. So you're either all on it with your diet and your exercise and your food, or you're not at all. So you feel like you're either on or off the wagon and you just don't know how to escape this kind of thing. I'm going to talk all about that and how, if you are struggling to lose weight, and maybe you do it for a couple of weeks and it works really well. You try a new diet or a new shake and it works really well for the first 2-3 weeks, or maybe even the first 6 weeks. But then a few months down the line, or even a few weeks down the line, you find yourself falling into bad habits. And you find actually you end up reversing everything and being in the same place as you were before, maybe sometimes even worse. So what do you do? And how do you actually keep it off for good? So you don't have to keep on going on diets all the time, which is absolutely exhausting. So that's what we're going to talk about today. But I'm going to give everyone a bit of a chance to come in and say hello as well. So I'm actually going live on YouTube at the same time. Check me out. So I'm live on YouTube. I'm live on Facebook right now on the Lorna Marie Fitness page. So do say hi if you're there. I'm going to get the chat up so I can see everyone who comments as well. Now, at Lorna Marie Fitness, it's been absolutely mental this past 24 hours. If you've been following us, we won Best Upcoming Brand at the Heart and Soul Best of Fitness Awards this weekend for Yogascape, which is absolutely incredible. We also released 6 announcements yesterday, not 1, but 6. It was actually 7, plus the fact that we won Best Upcoming Brand. That's 8. Rachel, Linda, Donna, Harriet, hello, welcome to the live. So just to recap as well with the announcements, because I feel like I did throw a lot at everyone all at once, but at Lorna Marie Fitness, we just wanted to give out all the gifts, and it's a very, very exciting time actually. So the first announcement is we are running a 14-day menopause course. That is on the 12th of August. And it's actually full. So what we've had to do is we've made a second group. And the reason being is I wanted it to be really kind of close-knit, really supportive. And at the same time, like going through the menopause and perimenopause is overwhelming enough. I didn't want you to be getting loads and loads of notifications. So I capped the group at 12. Anyway, that sold out. So we're making a second group. So if you do want to join us, please get on it and please get in the second group before that one sells out too. It's not far from being sold out. So definitely get involved. And if you want me to share the details, I can. The second thing was we're hosting a wellness retreat in Nottinghamshire. So if you want to have a bit of winter wellness and escape the madness of Christmas, as we all know, by say like mid-November, towards the end of November, it just gets a bit out of hand, doesn't it, sometimes? And life gets really fast-paced and quite stressful sometimes too. So it's a day just for you, winter wellness, to escape it all. If you want to jump on, we opened that yesterday and we sold half the places already. So I would jump onto that one sooner rather than later. Desk workouts are out for all my squaddies, and I've had so many messages about those today. Let me know in the comments if you tried a desk workout today. Samantha, Jen, Mel, hello. Hello. Margaret, hello. So let me know if you tried a desk workout. I know, Margaret, you said you were going to, didn't you? And I'm sure, Harriet, you tried one, didn't you, today? I'm sure you said you did. I hope you enjoyed them. We've also created a whole holiday section for squaddies. So when you're going away on holiday, just some tips and tricks. I've made a whole guide that you can take with you, and also some workouts. If you don't have Wi-Fi, you can do those too. We brought Laura on full-time as our full-time first ever employee, and I am so excited to share that news. Since we started, I never anticipated being here right now. But I'm so happy we are, and we are just going from strength to strength team. If you have anything to do with Lorna Marie Fitness, whether you're a squaddie, whether you're part of Yogascape, or whether you're thinking of joining us, I can promise you it's going to be a fun ride, and a rising tide lifts all ships. So you come in with us. And we released tickets for our 5-year party. So squaddies, and Pasquotties, please put in your diaries Sunday this week, because that's when tickets come out. And we are very exciting, and I promise I will get on with the live in 1 second. Very exciting. We are looking for somebody to join our team on a part-time basis. So it's a part-time self-employed basis, at least to begin with anyway, and we'll see how things go. But we're looking for someone to work with us for about 16 hours a week. So if you are interested, please, please, please get in touch with me. And I think it is time to get on with the talk today about how to lose weight and keep it off. But anything you're interested in there, please just let me know in the comments, and then I can look through afterwards and I can just post all the links to everything. So you've got it right there and it's all easy access in one place. Hi, Rachel. Hi, Claire. Hello. Oh, Harriet, you did. Thought so. Now, do you ever struggle with an all or nothing mindset? Let me know. Do you ever find yourself stuck in a bit of a yo-yo cycle? So you find that you lose a bit of weight and then you end up putting it back on, and you lose it, you put it on. Or maybe that's with your mindset. Maybe sometimes you're really, really motivated and then you just completely lose it. Do you ever find that happens to you? Or maybe you feel like you've got to this time in your life, maybe you've hit the perimenopause, menopause, or postmenopause, and you're actually finding it harder to lose weight and finding it harder to then actually maintain a healthy weight and keep it off. Or maybe you're somebody who has quite a sedentary job. So you find that you're sat at a desk all day, and actually to lose weight, it's really hard. It's really tricky. Or maybe you find that you have certain personality traits, or maybe you find that, say, for example, you might have ADHD and you really, really struggle to control your mindset and control your food. And you feel like it stops you and gets in the way of you achieving what you want to achieve. If any of those are you, let me know. Now, I'm going to talk to you all about how you can lose weight, like what we know, and then how you can actually keep it off for the long term. So I've got my little whiteboard here. And if you are listening to this on the podcast or you're just listening in the background, I'm going to talk you through it all anyway. So what do we actually know about losing weight? We know, like, I'm not going to teach you how to suck eggs here. We know that you need to be in a calorie deficit. What's a calorie? A calorie is just simply a unit of energy. That's all it is. It's a unit of energy. So it's nothing, scary or taboo. It's just a unit of energy. Now, you need to be in a calorie deficit to lose weight. A lot of people think that they are an exception to a rule, or there's something wrong with them. But generally speaking, it's just that we're not quite in a calorie deficit. So it's just a case of making a few tweaks here and there. So calories out need to be greater than calories in. And the best way to do that is through your diet. So just reducing portion sizes a little bit, making tweaks here and there, not trying to exercise or over exercise what you eat. That way you end up being a bit of a hamster on a wheel. And quite often we over egg the amount of calories burnt. But more importantly than that, it's not a great way to think about exercise, because you don't exercise to burn calories or to get rid of energy. You might to get rid of some het up energy or whatever. But we exercise to feel good, for our heart, for our lungs, so that we can bend down and stand up. Like, a squat is one of the most important things you need to do in life. It's how you sit down on the toilet. It's how you get up out of a chair. It's how you get out of bed. It's how you bend down and pick something up. You stand up, you squat. So just doing the basics, making sure that you might not have to think about it now, but one day we will, making sure that we can get up and down the stairs, making sure that when you fall over, you can push yourself up, making sure that actually you can bend down and pick something up without having to think about it. One, because you've got the energy, but two, because you've got the mobility to do so. So that's why we exercise. We exercise for quality of life. So that's what we know. We know we need to be in a calorie deficit to lose weight. It's all about an energy balance, really. That's simple. We know that we should be exercising, and we know that we should be eating healthily and drinking our water, and we know that we need to sleep. So this is the question. Why don't we do it? Why don't we? So if you think about losing weight and you know what you need to do, but you don't actually do it, is that because you just want things to be quick and easy? You kind of know what you need to do, but it's kind of hard to do that. Maybe we're just really, really busy. And actually, the thought of having to change loads of things is just quite overwhelming. Or maybe it's because you just want things to feel easy. And doing all those things and identifying as somebody who gets up in the morning and works out and does a healthy food shop and like preps everything just feels like something that just isn't you, and just something that you'll probably look at later, but right now it's not your priority because you've got so much on. Maybe it's because work's really stressful. Maybe the kids take up a lot of your time, or maybe even if you've got aging parents, maybe you're looking after them. And maybe it's just, maybe that's why. Maybe that's why it just doesn't actually happen. And quite often it is this, it is a lack of self belief and also the story that we tell ourselves. So have you ever actually told yourself that, "Ah, do you know what? Let's use this as an example. It was really good Monday to Thursday. And then Friday, I got invited out for dinner. So I went out for dinner, I ended up drinking a bit too much. And then Saturday, same thing happened. And then on Sunday, I was just feeling absolutely rubbish. My energy was so bad. And I thought, oh, do you know what? I'll just have a takeaway and I'll just start again on Monday. And then it happens again. And then you tell yourself, I just can't do it. I always do this. I always ruin it. Do you actually bully yourself? Like, how are you talking to yourself? Do you say once you've opened the pack of biscuits where you've started the chocolate that I am the kind of person that once I open it, I have to finish it? Otherwise, I'm just going to eat it anyway. And it's better just to eat it and get it out of the house. And actually, I've started now, so I might as well carry on and then I will sort it out tomorrow. Or I'll start on Monday. Are you that kind of person? Like, what kind of story are you telling yourself? Because that is really important. Now, these, like the kind of story that you tell yourself, it's just something that sounds so simple, but it is actually one of the keys to being able to lose weight and keep it off. Now, this is the problem. We focus way too much on the outcome, the fact that we want to lose 5 pounds or a stone or 2 stone. We want to drop a dress size or 2 dress sizes. Or maybe we want to fit into the dress that's in the back of the wardrobe to go on your summer holiday with. That's the outcome. And that is all we think about. So we become so consumed with the actual end outcome. And all we're doing is we're delaying our happiness. So we're saying, I'll be happier when I've lost a stone, or I'll feel more confident in my body once I can fit into that dress again. And sometimes a lot of it is because maybe that was where you were in the past and that was a weight you were in the past and you did feel good in your body then. So you built up this evidence that when I am that weight or when I am that dress size, I'm happy. I'm a happier person because the evidence says that you were. But it's actually a load of bogus. And let me tell you why. There's this thing called destination fallacy. So where we're working towards a goal, and whether that is achieving a promotion at work or whether that is losing a stone or 2 stone or whatever you might want to lose, we tell ourselves that we'll be happy when we get there. So we work and work and work and work really hard with this outcome in our minds. And then we get there and then we do it. And then it's like game over, made it. And you also like almost wait for this sparks or the fireworks to come. It's like Christmas Day. Does anyone think that sometimes the run up to Christmas is really nice, it's really exciting, it's really magical, and then Christmas Day comes and it's a little bit like, okay, maybe that wasn't quite what I expected. I didn't really want that for Christmas, and yeah, I've maybe feel I've eaten too much, or maybe you just didn't enjoy it as much. I don't know. That's just an example. Another example would be sometimes with a holiday, booking a holiday is way more exciting than when you actually end up getting on holiday. Like, it's still great, but you build it up to be something absolutely massive. And it is even more so with weight, because you're putting your happiness on a certain number and you're delaying your own happiness, which when you actually think about it, it's ridiculous, right? So all you're aiming for is that outcome, thinking that you're going to be happy when you get there. Life's way too short to delay your happiness based on a dress size or a number. We need to be happy now. And this is an issue. And it's also an issue because if you don't quite achieve that outcome, you feel constantly like you've given up. You're living in this gap all the time. Like you feel like, You just feel rubbish about yourself all the time because you will be happy when you get to there. You won't allow that right now. So, what you need to do instead is this. And this is what James Clear talks quite a lot about. I don't know if you've ever read his book. I'd highly recommend it, Atomic Habits. But it's perfect for describing what goes on here. You need to focus on the process and change who you are right now. So you know that person that you want to be, that person you want to be at that goal weight or that goal dress size. You need to start acting like them right now, and you need to tell yourself you're them right now. So if you ever catch yourself saying, "Oh, do you know what? I always do that. I always fail. I'm so rubbish," or I'm an all or nothing person. That's who I am. But of course you are. You just told yourself. You need to stop that. You need to say, "That's who I used to be. That's what I used to do, and I don't do that anymore." And if you ever find yourself falling off the wagon or doing something you wish you hadn't, we say, I'm only human, doesn't matter, draw a line. Before, I would have let that spiral out of control. But now, drawing a line, that was what I used to do, but new me doesn't do that anymore. And the more you do that, the more you flex that muscle, it's like working a bicep, the stronger that gets and the closer you get to becoming to that person who you want to be, which, let's face it, it's that person you want to be. It's not the outcome. The reason you want that outcome is because you identify it with that person. So let's actually get to the bottom of this right now. That's why. So how do we get there? Like, that all sounds very good, doesn't it? But how do we actually get there? You need to focus on the process, which is this little bit here. And it's the tick in the boxes. You need to have a system. Systems first. That's what James Clear talks about. Now, if you like, it's like your formula. And I like to think about it. So when everyone joins us on the 6-week course, we talk about the core 4. And all you need to do is think about ticking off your boxes. If you do that and you trust the process and you tick those boxes off, you will get to where you want to go. But there's no point just thinking about that all the time. Be happy and enjoy the journey on the way, and you will get there. So, for example, let's talk about food. Do you plan for the week ahead? Not everyone likes to plan, but are you doing that? Are you eating mindfully? Are you actually being in tune with what you're eating and thinking about what it tastes like, what it smells like, where it's come from? And are you making it easy for yourself? Do you have healthy snacks in, or do you just have whatever in? Actually make it easy for yourself. So that might be your system. You might think, from today's talk, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that I have loads of healthy snacks in, so that when I have absolute decision fatigue at the end of the day, because I have had a really exhausting day at work or with the kids or both, I've got healthy snacks in because I know that I just need to grab something already. Exercise, getting into a good routine or habit, that is system. It's the process. So are you planning your classes for the week ahead, or are you not? Are you getting into a routine? And if you're somebody who, by the end of the day just runs away with you and actually you're exhausted by the end of the day, are you then getting up in the morning and doing your workout in the morning consistently every day, Monday to Friday, 15, 20 minutes, whatever it might be, to get that into your week? Or it might be Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or it might be a weekend warrior, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Are you actually doing that? So it just becomes habit and part of what you do. Or are you letting yourself have a lie because you're a little bit tired, and then you're really busy at work, and then everyone wants something from you, and before you know it, it's time to get a shower, make dinner, and then look at the time, and I'm exhausted, so do you know what, I'll just do it tomorrow. Are you thinking about them? Are you thinking about that end person and who you want to be? So getting it into your routine. And also just thinking little and often, just make it easy for yourself, and finding something you enjoy. So that might be the process and your system for exercise. Right, I'm going to plan my classes. I'm going to get it into my routine. I'm going to commit. Based on that person. And then your lifestyle. It's stuff that we know. Are you getting good sleep? If not, why? Are you managing your stress? Could you be journaling? Could you be doing more yoga and Pilates in your week? And have you got a good support system around you? Now, these are all really important things and they need to be part of your system. And I've just thrown loads of things at you there, and I don't want you to pick them all. I'd like you today to pick one or two that you're going to implement, because it isn't about overhauling everything, because we all know that if we do that, it's just not going to happen. We're just not going to do it. We need to make things easy. We need to make things easy. And this isn't a quick fix, but let me tell you now, it is the fastest way to lose weight, because all these quick fixes, all they do is they don't change your habits. They just help you drop a little bit of weight in the meantime. And then all it does is make you pile it back on, and sometimes more, because once you take that thing away, or once you start eating quote unquote normally again, you pile the pounds back on because you haven't changed your habits. Your habits make you the person you are today. So if you want to change who you are, you need to change your habits and your routine, and think about the person you want to become. What would they do? And once you start doing that and you start building up this evidence that you are this person, you will start to believe it yourself and you will become that person. But while we don't do anything and we just look for quick fixes and we look to lose weight fast, or I'm going to cut that food group out, or I'm going to try and, get a million steps in, it just doesn't work. So we've just got to make these little tweaks and think about the system or the process. So, for example, what we do is we say, have we had our 2.5 litres of water a day? Have you got your exercise in? Have you done the 70-30 rule, where you're focusing 70% on nourishing foods and 30% a bit of what you want? What's your sleep like? And you just tick it off every day. But you might want to get more specific with it. So if you're someone who you need to work on your mindset, you know that you need to work on your stress, journal. That might be the one thing you take from today. Or it might be, okay, yeah, I'm actually going to try and fit exercise into my routine now. Okay, I'm going to change something. And these little changes, they have a positive knock-on effect for everything else you do. Everything else you do. So just some really fast tips here. When you go shopping, make sure you get healthy snacks in, because we all know that when we're tired and we're hungry, we need something fast. Have it there. Make it easy for yourself. There's one tip. Second tip, when you go shopping, focus on the outside aisles as opposed to the inside ones. Easy hack. Tip 3, get your workout done first thing if you're somebody who finds that you don't actually end up getting it done. And yes, even if you're not a morning person, I don't care. Get up half an hour earlier. That sounds really mean, doesn't it? But it's true. If you're somebody who finds that actually you don't end up getting it done, do it. Or when you come back in from work, whenever works for you. Personally, I just think doing it in the morning, then you don't have to make any decision about whether it's going to happen or not. It's already done. It's already gone. And make sure that you are starting to think about the person you want to become. And I would, if you are someone who is serious about losing weight and keeping it off, I would seriously start to journal. And if you don't know how to journal, it is something that I've started doing in like recent years. It can be anything. It could just be like, for example, this here. This is my exercise journal. So this is where I plan my classes for the week ahead. Practice what I preach, But it might be something so simple as that. So you write down some bullet points. You get a notepad and you write about bullet points of the things that you did good today. You don't need to beat yourself up, or it might just be like a brain dump. If you're somebody who that stress is making you want to eat more, you find that you stress eat or you emotionally eat all the time. Writing a journal, dump your thoughts down, write it all down, because like I said, we all know that, most of the time we know we're meant to be eating healthy most of the time. We know we're meant to get good sleep. We know we're meant to do exercise. But Lorna, how do I lose weight? You know what you need to do. You know what you need to do. And the best piece of advice is to focus on the process of how you're going to get there. Write them down. You might even want to do that in your journal. Have I had my water today? Tick. Did I do my exercise today? My workout? Or maybe you're having a rest day and you're going on a walk, for example. Tick. What was my sleep last night? Tick. And tick them off as you go along. That's the process. And you might want to, like I said, be more specific and think about, did I have my lunch mindfully today and eat it not in front of a computer? Tick. Great, cool. And just get focusing on the process and all the time thinking about that person you want to become. And if you're journaling, thinking about what are the things that I did today to become that person. And that's all you need to do. It is so much easier than you think it is. Like I said, we all know what we need to do, but we're not doing it because we want a quick fix, because we're too busy, because we're tired. So focus on the process. You will get to that person, and the outcome is going to come as a byproduct of all of this. And you're still going to enjoy your life and you're going to love the journey. And then, as soon as you get to your original outcome, which you'll probably think that, oh my gosh, I'm there, amazing. You're already happy. You're already enjoying life. You already got all these healthy habits in place, so you don't bang the weight back on. You've already set your healthy habits. So from today, think about your process. Think about your process and implement 2 things from today, from what I've been speaking about. Has this been useful, team? Please let me know. But this really is the way to lose weight, and it is the way to keep it off for the long term. You've really got to focus on the process, get your systems in place, and start to identify with who you want to be. You are them. You're not the person who's an all or nothing. You're not the person who gives up. You are the person who what? Who gets up in the morning. You are the person who gets up in the morning and works out. You are that person. You are the person who enjoys eating healthily most of the time and can still go out and not feel guilty about having a piece of cake. You are the person. Start to tell yourself you are that person. But please let me know if you have any questions. And also, if you are watching this on the replay and you have any questions afterwards, please do let me know. I would love to be able to answer them. Absolutely. And just one final thing as well. If you are struggling and you're in the squad, please reach out. And if you're struggling and you are not in the squad, the next best way to join us would be to message me. We are going to be opening our 6-week course in September. So at the moment, apart from the menopause course, which we will be covering all this kind of thing, 100%, we're going to be working through this. That's on the 12th of August. So if you want to join that, let me know. But apart from the menopause course, we won't be having any openings at the squad until September. So if you want to join us, just message me and we'll see if there's any sort of way that we can help in the meantime until then. But I really, really hope this has been useful. I need to get back to the call for thanks, Lorna. Do it, Mel, do it. It really is just focusing on the process. As soon as you get wrapped up in the whole attaching your value and your self-worth to a number, it just becomes really demotivating. You end up being your own worst bully and then just looking for the next thing, the next quick fix. And nothing seems to work and I just can't seem to get rid of this weight, rather than thinking, this is the process. Am I following the process? And if the formula isn't quite working, then we just tweak it. We just tweak it a little bit, tweak the formula. And that might look like, for example, I have pretty much the same breakfast every day. And I'm actually speaking for myself here as well. Pretty much the same breakfast every day. My lunches are dead similar. I don't know about you, but my lunches and dinners are dead similar. I probably have a few go-tos, maybe, but they don't really change that much. We tend to, as human beings, like similar things, right? Even when we go out for dinner. I don't know about you, but I like going to the same place. And I like the thing that I like. We just tend to do that generally as human beings. So it is actually really easier than we think to tweak things. So if you're pretty consistent with your diet, and if you're not, maybe that's somewhere you want to start. Okay, I'm going to try and get some more consistency here. Then all we need to do is, if the formula's not working, tweak it slightly. So what I would say there is, okay, say for example, if you normally have 2 eggs on toast for breakfast, what about having 2 eggs and 1 toast for breakfast? And see if that takes much effect. Or reducing your portion sizes by 20%. Give that a go for 3 or 4 weeks. And you'll find that just with these little tweaks, it works, and it works really well. And all you've done is focus on ticking off the boxes, and you haven't really had to change much. It's when we try and overhaul things that it just doesn't work, and we end up putting ourselves into situations that are just completely and utterly unsustainable for the long run. Inspired me to revisit the core four. Yeah, do it. It really is. It really is just following the basics. And if you are part of the squad, you can get the core four just in the 6-week course area. Even if you're part of the inner circle, you still have access to the course, so you can go on to there. Or you can just keep it in a journal and just focusing on the process and keeping, like I said, with your diet, keep really consistent with it, really consistent. And then all you need to do is make little tweaks. Don't think about overhauling things, because if you try and cut out certain food groups, so for example, if you tell yourself, oh, I'm so bad because I had a piece of cake, or oh, I can't eat chocolate anymore, or I can't do this, I can't have that, I can't do this, you end up putting yourself in a restriction mindset. And just by putting yourself in a restriction mindset, you're telling yourself that you are lacking something. And because you're telling yourself you're lacking something, one, you don't really feel that happy about it. But two, it ends up being the thing that you actually, all you want to do is have that thing. And when we reach maintenance, which obviously is the ultimate goal for everyone, right? We all want to just be able to maintain a healthy weight. And by the way, maintenance doesn't mean that you're the exact same pound every single day. Maintenance is there's a bit of fluctuation in it, right? So a couple of pounds here or there or whatever. Some days, for women, it can be a bit more than that too, a bit more of a fluctuation. But that's ultimately maintenance. You're round about the same healthy weight. That's the ultimate goal. That's where we want to be. But when we reach there, we want to be able to enjoy the foods that we like. We want to be able to go out for cocktails with friends. We want to go out for dinner. We also want to be doing exercise to feel good and look forward to the whatever class we're going to be doing, the badass naughties class, or the line dancing, or maybe you love HIIT, or whatever your jam is. You want to be able to look forward to that as well. You want to be part of your lifestyle. It's all about lifestyle changes. I've never heard of the destination fallacy, but focusing on the outcome is what I've always done. Yes, you're not alone. You're really not alone, Claire. This is what most people do. Most people just have the outcome in their mind all the time, and that's all they think about. So they're just constantly delaying their happiness. And life is way too short for that. And it also doesn't work. So not only does it not work, but it also just delays your happiness. And when you actually break it down, like that mindset, it is kind of like, oh yeah, I guess that is right. But it's what we all do. We all do it. And it's not just with diet and exercise. We can do it with so many things. I'll be happy when I buy the house, or I get that car, or I go on holiday. I'll be happy when I get the promotion, or I'll be happy when I get married, or all these things. We do it all the time. And all we're thinking about is the outcome, rather than thinking about the process of, okay, how do I get there, and who you want to be, and just actually enjoying life and enjoying the journey. That's the most important thing. Anyway, I really hope this has been helpful. I hope this has given you lots to think about. And if you do need any extra support or help with this, please do reach out. This is quite literally why I do what I do, and I absolutely love it. So let me know, gang, and enjoy the rest of your evening. Thank you ever so much for tuning in. And let me know again if you want to come and join the menopause course. And squaddies, make sure you get on that holiday area and have a look at the desk workouts as well. I'd love to hear your feedback. Anyway, thanks for joining me, everybody, and I will see you soon. Bye. Bye, team.